Hello and welcome to CNC English News with top story of Cambodia. Let's begin with today's headline. Samdech Techo hold a field visit to Hungary and attend a summit in Tajikistan. Cambodia earns over 80 million from rubber exports. UNICEF intends to continue supporting technical support to Cambodia to enhance the capacity of loan officers. President Donald Trump says no deadline for trade deal with China. Let's begin with the first top story of today. Samdech Techo held a visit to Hungary. At the invitation of the Prime Minister of Hungary, Prime Minister Samdech Hun Sen this morning led a high delegation to visit Hungary for the first time since the two countries have re-established the relationship. Although the visit is short, but they expect to have a profound effect and benefits. According to His Excellency Sri Thamrong, Delegate Minister, on June 14, Samdech Techo Prime Minister will sign 3 important documents to strengthen more intensively cooperation between the two countries. After completion his visit in Hungary, Samdech Techo will continue to visit Dushanbe, Tajikistan, where Samdech Techo will attend the interactive conference focusing on building trust in Asia. This is the 5th conference of the top organization for the region. The conference is a top-level gathering of about 10 presidents, prime ministers, the head of states, and the head of government, with a total of 27 members, and Cambodia is also one of the members of the organization. He added that the situation in the world is complicated, changing political irregularity, threat, embezzlement, terrorism, energy security, climate problem, and all of these are the concern of the country in our region. Therefore, the meeting is to change and to make recommendations to find ways to solve the problem in a peaceful coexistence, peaceful resolution, and particularly in building trust. During his stay in Dobashby, Samdech Techo Hun Sen also planned to meet with leaders of several countries, including President Putin, President of Russia, President of Tajikistan, President of Kyrgyzstan, and President of Kazakhstan. And our next top story, Cambodia to earn $80 million from rubber exports. By the end of the first 4 months of this year, Cambodia exported more than 60,000 tons of rubber latex, increased over 20% of the same period last year and earning over $82 million. Cambodia rubber is exported to China, Vietnam, Singapore, and Malaysia. According to the report of the General Directorate of Rubber, the average selling price in April 2019 was $1,366 a ton, increased over $5 a ton from the previous month. The average price in the first 4 months of this year were at $1,300 a ton, 10% lower comparing 2018 same period. Last year, Cambodia exported over 210,000 tons of rubber, earning nearly $300 million. Experts claim that rubber prices are not yet profitable for the rubber industry because of the lower prices. If the price of rubber continues to fall, it will provide consequences for the industry and farmers as labor costs remain unchanged. The trend of growing rubber in the country has grown relatively little, while the price of rubber on the market has fluctuated and decreased frequently. Currently, Cambodia has over 450,000 hectares of rubber planting area, with more than 200,000 hectares of rubber plantation. And our next top story with community news. The government will build 3 additional purification water factories to meet demand. The Ministry of Industry and Handicraft and Ministry of Economy and Finance, with development partners, will further expand the capacity of 3 more water treatment facilities, which is scheduled to be completed for another 2 or 3 years. According to a report from PPWSA, the construction of the first phase is in Bak Kang district with a capacity of 195,000 cubic liters per day, starting in October 2019, and is due to be completed by 2022. In the second phase, the construction of Bak Kang's second construction plant will produce another 195,000 cubic liters per day, starting in 2022 and expected to be completed by 2024. In addition, government will build another 30,000 cubic liter capacity in Tak Mau, which will start construction in 2022 and expected to be completed by 2024. Today, according to a forecast in the second master plan, water demand from 2005 to 2020 is far below production capacity. But in fact, the demand for water is far higher than the production capacity. On the other hand, PPWSA has a clean water policy for all, which allow low-income consumers living on the outskirts of Phnom Penh to get more pure water from PPWSA. These are factors that cause water pressure to drop in some service areas. However, PPWSA has also finalized a master plan for 2016 to 2030. On the third master plan, the trend of lack of water supply to consume will continue until 2020. To address this challenge gradually, PPWSA has been implementing a project to expand another water plant from 20,000 cubic water per day to 52,000 cubic meter per day to be put into operation from October 2019. According to Mr. Semnara, chairman of the board of directors of PPWSA, at the end of 2019, the total production capacity will reach 612,000 cubic meter per day, which cannot meet the daily demand of customers. However, in order to continue contributing to the government clean water policy, which target people living in the city and town across the country to achieve 100% of supply of drinking water by 2025, Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority will expand the construction of more production facilities. Mr. Semnara said that by 2020, the government will adjust the price of water through an interministerial post by the Ministry of Industry, Handicraft and Economy. And our next top story, UNICEF intends to continue technical support to Cambodia to enhance the capacity of loan officials. Newly appointed UNICEF representative Chrétien Moudet said UNICEF intends to continue to support technical assistance in strengthening the capacity of local officials, especially in relation to social protection and support for local children. During her visit with Samdech Kralahom, Sokhein, Deputy Prime Minister of the Ministry of Interior, said that in her mandate, UNICEF was focused on two major issues, social work and child labor. She intends to continue to support technical assistance in strengthening the capacity of local officials, especially in terms of social protection and support for local small children, which focus on the capacity she continue. Plan out the other project to support social services and protection of local children. During that occasion, Samdech Sokhein thanks UNICEF, and he hoped that the presence of her as a new chair of UNICEF will continue to support Cambodia in the field of UNICEF. And our last top story of the day is with international news. President Donald Trump said he has no deadline for trade deal with China. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that he has not had a specific timetable for a trade deal with China, which would allow China to avoid a 25% increase in tariff, which was $300 billion on goods exported from China to the United States. Mr. Trump also said that he felt the U.S.-China trade deal could be achieved and once again threatened to increase custom duty on Chinese goods if the two countries fail to reach a trade agreement. Mr. Trump and his administration are seeking the possibility of a meeting between the leaders of the two countries at forthcoming G20 summit in Japan. But so far, China has not yet confirmed to have such meeting or not. The trade talks between the two world largest economies stalled since May 2019. And this is all for today. Thank you for being with us. I'll see you again tomorrow.